Welcome to the Quintessential Quarantine Quickie. I'm not sure about you guys, but my back has been killing me with all of this sitting and zero walking. Used to probably walking 5 to 10 miles a day, getting lift in, haven't been able to do that. So I figured I'd share with you guys my kind of normal pre-weightlifting routine that I'll do for my back, or anytime my back is just feeling bad. So first exercise, pretty simple. It's basically just a transition from prone press up to a prayer stretch, and then at the end you're adding in some thoracic rotations. So there's really no kind of right or wrong way to do this as long as you're kind of moving through full motion. So what I recommend when it comes to really any stretching, especially if you're stretching or kind of warming up because you're feeling sore or it's a little bit painful, is just kind of feel it out. Like your body will kind of figure out what feels best for it. So don't be afraid to get in there and mix it up, hold a little bit longer, do wider hips, narrower hips, whatever feels better for you. Don't be afraid to adjust accordingly. So I'll kind of sped this up a little bit here. But normally what I'll do is I'll go through 2 sets of 20 reps or so, depending on how I feel, and then kind of move through to the next thing. And pardon the mess in close quarters. This is just the only place that the camera setup worked. So for this called hamstring super stretch, so basically you just need a chair or anything you can put your leg up on. And so you'll see I'll kind of use my desk here, prop your foot on it, and you're basically going to lean forward, and you want to think about kind of leaning down and towards the leg that is up. And you can use a chair or couch or whatever, and you're going to try to see, I'm doing a little bit of a pulse here, but you're basically going to try to hold it for about 30 seconds or so. And again, same kind of thing as the last one. Don't be afraid to kind of feel it out, move around a little bit, whatever feels best, kind of add a little bit of rotation, a little bit of swaying. And again, we'll do 2 sets of 30 seconds on each side. And one of the things you can do with this is before you do it, just kind of check and see bending forward when you feel a hamstring stretch, and then check it afterwards. It'll definitely kind of alleviate a little bit of that feeling of tightness. So it's one of my kind of favorite go-to hamstring stretches. And this one is a little bit harder than it looks. So basically, deep lunge position. Obviously, the deeper of a lunge you get, the kind of more emphasis on hip stability and strength you're going to feel. Basically, deep lunge position. Arms overhead, you're going to lean towards the side that your leg is, whichever leg is forward, and then you're going to do 15 pulses with your back leg, kind of like a little calf raise. And the goal is to kind of keep your balance the whole time. So typically what I'll do with this one is 2 sets of 15 on both sides, just kind of feel it out. Again, you can rotate, side bend, whatever feels better for you. And then we're gonna go into a hip hinge complex. So with this one, if you don't know how to hip hinge, I'm obviously not giving a very good demonstration of it now, besides just visually watching me do it. But lots of videos online you can look up to how to do it. But basically, back stays straight, and you're gonna go until you feel a hamstring stretch. So at first, we're just doing 10 regular hip hinges down. Once you feel that hamstring stretch, you can stop and come back up. And then the next part of the complex is same thing. You'll go down till you feel a hamstring stretch, then arms go overhead, and you're gonna hold 10 seconds. And then we'll kind of power through 10 of those. And what you'll notice with this, if you hold anything longer than 10 or 15 seconds, it'll really start to burn lower back and glutes, which is good. Just wanna make sure that back stays straight as you kind of move. You can see mine's in a decent line. And then the third part of the complex is hip hinge down, and then you're gonna relax all the way through, and then you'll hip hinge back up and repeat. So hip hinge down, all the way through, and then back up. And with this one, same thing. You can play with the position, how wide and how narrow your feet are. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy.